Greetings, Dan Stans here. This was a quick demonstration of how to load a backing track into Chordify, and then we will play around with it a little bit so you, as a beginning piano player like me, will have some maybe more fun learning how to play piano. So I went to music no copyright because I don't want to get into trouble with anybody, so I took the URL. I went to Chordify, which I did pay for, but it's not very expensive, and it's certainly one of the better tools out there for converting music to chords. So once it's loaded, oh wow, okay, that was super fast. All right, so now let's hear the music. Alright, so that is the music, and I can transpose this because if I don't know these chords, for example, C, see this, I don't like that doesn't scroll. Alright, so here's this is an A flat, and that's an A flat, and then we get a E flat, which is that one, so A flat, sorry, that's an A flat, that's an A flat. And what would be nice if Chordify would actually do the transposition for, or the inversions for me, because you'll see that this A flat shares the same key with this E flat. So being able to flip these over so I could figure out which would be easier to play. And it's not letting me scroll, which really bothers me because I want to be able to scroll over, but I can't do that. But you see that here the B flat shares none of these, or the C minor does. So the C minor shares this E flat, and the E flat shares the B flat, and the C minor shares, I believe, the A flat, but no. So the C flat shares the A flat. So between these two, we have maybe 4 or 5 notes that are shared, and if the inversions were a little clearer, it would tell me which of these inversions is the easiest to reach. And I'm not going to go through that at this time. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to play along, and I'm going to transpose this to some simpler key or simpler chords, because I don't know all of those chords, but I definitely know G, D, A, and B minor. That's the B minor. So here we go. We have, it's just, see, I can't scroll over here. That really bothers me. Okay, now, we're good. No, don't play. See, okay, stop. All right, so here's the G, the D, and the A. We probably want to do an inversion here because that's a big jump if we go over here. So we have the G, the D, and the A, which is this one, the inversion here. Let's go with the inversion. Let's see, maybe the other one. Yeah, so here's the other inversion. Maybe that's a little more, that's a bigger reach. Maybe not too bad, but you see what's going on there. And we go to a B minor, which is that. So since we're learning this piece, we want to approach it slowly, right? Motor, you need to get your motor skills to connect the message on the screen to your brain, through your eyeballs to your brain, transmit all that down into your arm, to your fingers, and then hopefully find the right sound. That's why playing piano can be so much fun. It's a truly challenging activity. Let's try it. I'm going to beat this terribly, but it's all part of the process of learning. Here we go. No. C. No, that's I used an A minor when it should have been an A major. And keep in mind, with these modern keyboards, you have options for changing them. In this case, we go with, we cleared that out, and we have a bunch of sounds that we can play with. Maybe, no. All right, so we can play with the sound and maybe find something that sounds a little better. No, that isn't very. Okay, there we go. Now that's the B minor, and we jump over to the A major, so that might actually be the way to go. And I'll torture you just a little bit longer with this last piece and see if it works. Again, I don't like that. It doesn't automatically. Okay, so we're going to go with the G. Sorry, let's start playing. And C. There it is. It's terrible. Full stop. Terrible. But you get the idea. You find background music that works for you. This is techno, which is hard to anticipate its structure. But now you have a better idea. Use Chordify, use background music, and then you can figure out how to play the chords. Thanks for watching, and happy playing.